Alan, this is part of a suite of regulations to help compensate passengers whose flights are canceled or delayed, and to figure out what happens when somebody's stuck on the tarmac, for example. For flyers who travel in and out of Canada, a new set of rules.
We're going to have a set of basic entitlements that apply to all air passengers in Canada. Whether you're flying to, from, or within the country, there's going to be a common set of rules, and that hasn't been the case up until today.
The federal government's new air passenger protection regulations lays out standards for all airlines that touch down here.
We have the rules in place now. Finally, after 2 years, they're very, very clear. The airlines know what their obligations are.
Among the highlights, airlines can hold passengers in a plane up to 3 hours, plus up to 45 more minutes if takeoff is imminent. But through it all, they must provide food and drink and give access to washrooms. If flights are delayed before departure, travelers are entitled to a range of cash compensation, up to $1,000 for a delay of 9 hours. If an airline overbooks and someone is denied boarding, they're entitled to between $900 and $2,400. And if baggage is lost or delayed, they'd qualify for up to $2,100. Bradley McConnell has been waiting 10 weeks for his bag.
I would say it's been a tedious and exhausting process for myself.
The CAA, a large travel agency, likes some of the new rules, but
a thumbs down to the fact that the government just today is saying that they're going to be delaying most of these by 6 months.
Critic Gabor Lukács says the package is flawed because airlines won't have to pay compensation in the case of unscheduled mechanical problems.
What we get here is incomparably worse to the European gold standard. In Europe, if your flight is delayed or cancelled, for maintenance issues, the airline has to pay. No excuses.
I find it preposterous to suggest that an airline would invent a maintenance problem to not fly.
And airlines are required to keep flyers who've been delayed updated every half hour.
Why is there a delay? How long is it expected to continue? When will the flight be departing?
Delay is one of the biggest sources of flyer frustration.
I missed a meeting. It will cost me some money.
I hope it has some teeth and it actually gets people help that they deserve.
At least if something does happen, obviously nobody's perfect, but I think that those regulations will really help.
Some new rules will take effect mid-July, but most won't become law until December. Denied boarding rules, tarmac delay provisions, and that mandatory 30-minute update, those do come into effect in the middle of July. In the past, some airlines have floated existing rules about compensation, for example. We're going to see later this year if the airlines pay up when they're supposed to or not. I've written much more on this story. Go to globalnews.ca/Toronto. Farah?
All right, thanks.